Elon Musk is desperately in need of silver for his multi-million-dollar companies Tesla and SpaceX. He announced in May of 2022 that Tesla would be interested in the silver mining industry if producing its own supply would accelerate the energy transition. Musk also briefly flirted with Glencore for a 10 to 20% stake in the Swiss mining company. And he started following Wall Street Silver on Twitter, an online community that played an important role at the time of the 2021 silver squeeze. Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of Geopolitics and Money, the place where geopolitics, finance, commodities, and investing intersect. Today's episode is about the hunt for silver by Elon Musk and other major parties who need to find enough resources to achieve their desired energy transition. Be sure to subscribe so you'll be on top of the latest news about the silver market and what that means for your investment portfolio. Let's dive right in. Electric vehicles, solar panels, our power grid, servers, and more all share one common denominator: silver. It's a highly effective thermal conductor. The availability of silver is crucial for the success of the energy transition. However, there is currently a shortage of physical silver, causing production challenges for companies in the clean energy industry. In addition to silver, other metals such as lithium, nickel, and cobalt are also becoming increasingly scarce. As a result, these companies are taking action to address the shortage of these vital resources. Tesla not only needs physical silver to produce the batteries for its electric cars, but silver is also an important raw material for Tesla's own energy supply. Tesla's factory buildings use solar panels where silver plays an important role for conducting the electricity generated by solar power. Tesla has several factory buildings that use a large number of solar panels. For example, the company's Gigafactory in Nevada is designed to be powered by renewable energy, with a large portion of this energy coming from solar panels installed on the roof of the factory. The solar panel system at the Gigafactory is one of the largest in the world and is expected to generate over 100 megawatts of electricity per year. This clean energy will be used to power the factory's operations, including the production of Tesla's electric vehicles and energy storage systems. In addition to the Gigafactory, Tesla also has a solar panel installation at its factory in Fremont, California, which is used to power the facility's operations. The company has also installed solar panels at its facilities in Shanghai, China, and Tilburg, Netherlands. In short, silver is at the heart of Tesla's operations. Many companies that are trying to transition to green energy are facing a shortage of silver, not just Tesla. This shortage has caused these companies to seek out external solutions to secure a sufficient supply of silver. Those who are able to secure enough silver can produce their products faster and at a lower cost, giving them an advantage over their competitors and allowing them to gain market share in their industry. If Elon Musk wants to ensure the long-term success of Tesla, he will need to secure a steady supply of silver, as demand for electric cars is expected to increase. To do this, Musk may need to directly invest in a silver mine. Such a move could potentially drive up the price of silver, much like the recent increase in lithium prices. Please check our recent video titled Reality Check of Our Energy Supply. It explains in 10 clear facts why we're far away from the so-called clean energy transition, and that it in fact will cost an enormous amount of fossil fuel and raw materials. Although the movement toward an electrified future is already gaining momentum, it will be much slower than some of the optimistic projections in the current market. Hundreds of millions more silver ounces would have to be produced to keep up with the projected linear scale of the industry's growth. The impact of solar growth on silver as a result of the green revolution is significant. Recycling will slow the growth rate of new silver needed by the industry, but it will not slow the growth rate of total silver used in the industry. While silver is in EV electronics, there are other constraints to the green revolution, such as that our world does not have enough clean energy to power the vehicles. Also, our power grids are not stable enough and there is not enough silver, lithium, nickel, cobalt, and manganese. A former Dutch asset manager and silver investor recently said that there is not enough capital in the mining industry. He says, and I quote, "In recent months, we have seen a massive increase in stock offerings by miners to ensure that there is enough cash in the coffers. The interest rate element is very important in this because there are now many companies that are financed with leverage, that is, variable loans. This currently poses a problem given the still hefty interest rates, and this works to the disadvantage of mining. This may cause the deficit to increase further. Currently, about 120 million ounces of silver are used in solar power, which accounts for only 2% of the electricity generated by solar energy. However, some governments are planning to increase the use of renewable energy, including wind and solar power, with targets of 10% or even 20%. If the use of silver in solar power were to increase fivefold over time to meet this increased demand, this would result in a need for 500 million ounces of silver. It is worth noting that the current total demand for silver is 1 billion ounces. An important question that comes up is why the silver price is currently so low. The short answer is that there's a clear disconnect between physical and paper markets. The physical silver market is facing a substantial deficit. The supply deficits of silver are caused by various factors, including an increase in demand in India, which nearly doubled in 2022. This is because low prices allowed buyers to replenish reserves depleted in 2020 and 2021. Additionally, many exchange-traded funds, ETFs, stopped holding large amounts of silver, opting to sell it to the market instead. However, the Silver Institute does not consider this to be a physical demand, as ETFs only keep wholesale silver bars and do not use them for manufacturing. In addition to increased demand from India, another significant factor affecting the supply of silver is that mining activity has slowed down recently due to economic decline, and some economists predict that this trend will continue. This means that the quantities of commodities extracted, including silver, will decrease. Silver is often a byproduct of mining other metals such as gold, lead, copper, and zinc. While gold is less affected by the demand for industrial metals, lead, copper, and zinc are heavily used in manufacturing. Therefore, if there is an economic slowdown, there will be a decrease in demand for these materials, leading to a decline in mining activity. As a result, the supply of silver will also decrease, pushing the price of the metal upward. There is a clear divergence between physical and paper silver markets. In early 2021, there was a short squeeze of silver caused by traders on Reddit attempting to drive up prices. However, as they began buying large quantities of the metal, it became apparent that there was a significant disparity between the amount of physical silver available and the amount represented by paper silver, such as ETFs. As a result, silver dealers quickly ran out of stock and temporarily halted accepting new orders. In conclusion, we can say that there are significant physical shortages of silver in the market, but many traders seem to be disregarding this fact. This is likely due to the large ETF market, which is much larger than the physical market. At Geopolitics and Money, we believe that silver is undervalued. However, there is a risk that silver prices may temporarily decline further due to monetary tightening and the potential for an uncontrolled recession. In the long run, an economic downturn will have a positive impact on silver prices, as a recession typically leads to monetary easing, which is bullish for precious metals. That's it for this episode. Please leave a comment below to let us know what your prediction for silver in 2023 will be. And be sure to subscribe so you will never miss our updates on silver, precious metals, and all things related.